to my monthly reset vlog. So I'm going to be trying out a monthly reset this month for the first time because I've been seeing this type of video go around, not just on BookTube, but on a bunch of other channels in general that I watch, like productivity channels and that sort of thing. And I love the idea of it, to kind of sit down each month at the beginning of the month and talk through kind of like favorites from last month, goals for the upcoming month. I like this idea of kind of just reflecting on what I want to accomplish moving into the new month, and then what went well, what didn't go well last month. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. The first is going to be moving my TBR books to a different spot in my house so I can see a visual representation of every TBR book I want to get through. Then we're going to talk through some goals for this month and kind of reflect at the same time on maybe things that went well or didn't go well last month. And then I also want to do some cleaning, some organizing, that sort of thing. You'll have to let me know what you think of this style of video, and maybe I'll continue to do them for future months moving forward. So let's get productive. Let's chat about some goals. Last month, I think I did a good job of keeping up with my uploads for BookTube. I've been trying to upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was able to accomplish that last month, which I'm really proud of. So I want to continue that into next month, keeping up with every Monday, Wednesday, Friday doing uploads. With maybe a separate review video thrown in there every now and then on a different day, like a Tuesday, Thursday, or weekend day. So that so far is going really well. My toddler did start a school program part-time on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays as well, which has given me more free time, as you can see in my productive week in my life vlog that I will link down below if you're interested in seeing what that week actually looks like for me. I've tried to kind of schedule out my time to make sure I'm prioritizing BookTube, prioritizing reading, and prioritizing my baby time. I have a newborn now, so I'm prioritizing her as well while my other daughter is at school. So that, I think, is going well. One big goal I have is starting to work out again because I had just delivered my baby at the end of May. you're not allowed to technically like work out or do any sort of like strenuous activity for 6 weeks after giving birth. So now that we are almost at that 6-week point, I can think about starting to work out again and exercise. So what I would like to do is at least 3 times a week, I would like to work out, whether that is a yoga class, a quick run around the neighborhood, a Peloton class, anything like that. 3 times a week, I want to do it. And that may not sound like a lot to some people, but because I have been out of the exercise routine for so long, I really didn't keep up with it while I was pregnant. And then now it's been another 6 weeks since giving birth that I just have not had any exercise whatsoever. I'm trying to ease back into it. I'm trying to make it where it's actually something I can accomplish. I don't want to say like, I'm going to work out every day or every other day and then immediately not be able to keep up with that and feel like a failure. So I'm trying to ease myself back into it 3 times a week. That is absolutely doable. Any exercise. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to do something very specific or something for a specific amount of time. Just any exercise I can get in 3 times a week, and I will feel accomplished and feel like I can then up the frequency, up the amount of time I'm dedicating to exercise maybe after that point. So that's one big goal. I think the next one is getting better about cooking at home. I am so bad about this. I hate cooking. I hate it so much. And it's something I don't do a lot of because I don't like it. So we eat out a lot. And I know that that's not good. So I really would like to prioritize finding new recipes. So I'm going to set a goal of trying 2 new recipes this month. Again, this may not sound like much, but if I can find 2 new dishes that I want to try and make an effort to cook those. I already have like several other dishes. It's not like I'm only gonna cook these 2 things the entire month. I have several other dishes I cook on a more frequent basis, but I want to try 2 new ones, add 2 new ones to the rotation, which is definitely doable. That's not overwhelming to me. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and find 2 new recipes to try this month so that I can hopefully have a better time cooking at home, finding meals that work for the family. The third goal that I have is going to be lessening my YouTube time. And I'm like afraid to check my screen time from last month, but we're gonna do it together. We're gonna check my screen time and see how much time I'm spending right now on YouTube and on all of the other things. Okay, going to screen time, selecting last week. Oh my God, 5.5 hours. That is so bad. And look at YouTube. Look at YouTube. That's so bad. That's so bad, you guys. I spent so long on YouTube every day. That's so bad. And it is truly like me listening to booktube videos while I'm doing other stuff, or sitting and watching booktube videos while I'm like relaxing. So not all of it is me just like sitting scrolling. Some of it is just listening while doing other things, but that's still really bad. And I want to lessen that. And I want to, in that time that I'm spending right now listening to YouTube, I would like to instead use that time to listen to more audiobooks, which I did listen to a ton of audiobooks last month. I was very proud of that. So I'm going to set a limit in YouTube and I'm going to set a limit of 1 hour a day. And that is it. And I know my booktube watching will lessen significantly, but I feel like if I can replace that time with listening to audiobooks, I will be feeling much more productive, feeling like my time is being used in a more valuable way. So 1 hour a day for booktube and other YouTube stuff, because I don't just watch booktube. So yes. Oh my gosh. So, okay, lessening screen time specifically around YouTube is going to be the third and final goal. And it's going to be 1 hour on YouTube. So the 3 goals to recap, I feel like these are very doable and these are very specific and measurable, which I like. I like when goals are very measurable. I don't work well with a goal that's very vague, like have less screen time. That doesn't give me a clear way to measure whether or not I'm actually accomplishing that goal. So by setting a limit of 1 hour a day on YouTube instead of 2.5 or 3, then I'm feeling like I can actually measure that and say, okay, yes, I did accomplish that goal because I only spent 1 hour. So working out in any way, in any capacity, 3 times a week, can do that. Trying out 2 new recipes this month for dinners, I can do that. And then 1 hour each day for YouTube, I can do that. All right, now let's chat about video planning and what's coming up this month. So I like to try and schedule out about a month in advance for my videos on my channel. Of course, that's all subject to change, and the way I schedule my videos, it is very easy to move things around, erase things, rename things, all of that. So if I change my mind at any point for this stuff, I can always go back and tweak it, but I like to try and have some plan in place for about a month in advance, and then have at least a week in advance of videos filmed and edited and that sort of thing, so that I feel like I'm not going to fall behind if maybe I don't want to do something on a day. So let's take a look at this coming month and try to kind of plan out some videos. All right, so here we are at July. So as you can see, I've got the rest of this week scheduled, and this is my monthly reset that I'm filming right now with you all. And then I've got these 2 filmed already, and that's the little F in front of them means is they are filmed. If they have an E, that means they're also edited, and if they have a U, that means they're actually uploaded to YouTube. So as you can see, this is kind of like the tentative plan right now. So I have something for almost every day of my upload schedule for the month. I am missing one for the 26th, which I need to try and figure out what I want to put there. So this is the tentative plan. And I put all of my ideas for videos in a spreadsheet here. So if I'm ever at a loss for what video to do, I can always come here and look at some of my ideas that I have. I haven't revisited this in a while, so I might need to see about adding some more video ideas here. So that's something I need to work on today. But as you can see, I have a couple ideas for things like ranking new releases. Here's all the new releases I've read so far this year that I could potentially do a tier ranking for. I want to try and bulk up this list before I do this video to read a little bit more before I would tier rank all of them. But then you can see a lot of these would require me to actually like read books for them. So that's why some of these aren't as easy to plug into the schedule. But some of them I can just plug in, like these. If you like this, read this. If you didn't like this, read this, that sort of thing. So I'll think about what I want to do on that day that's missing a video right now. Well, I did figure out a video for that one spot in my schedule, and you'll have to wait and see what it ends up being. I'm very excited. So I now have my entire month planned out, and if you noticed, there's an outfit change. I have been filming this monthly reset over a couple days because life, I mean, I got really busy. Sorry, I had to move you. The last thing I wanted to do as part of this monthly reset is to come up with a bucket list of things I would really like to do next month, just outside of BookTube, of reading, in my personal life. It's summertime, I'm in Florida, it's hot, and so I wanted to kind of figure out things that are gonna make it so that I can have the best time this summer with my family. So one thing that I think would be really fun to do is to make fresh fruit or yogurt like popsicles, like homemade popsicles with my kids. I think that that would be really fun. More for my 2-year-old, not for my newborn. My newborn probably can't partake in the popsicles, but my 2-year-old can. And I think it'd be really fun to do. It's something that I always see people doing. I want to do it. I want to make some homemade popsicles. So that's one thing that we're going to add to the bucket list for July, doing that. The other thing I would love to do is do a day trip to the beach. We are kind of right in Central Florida. We're about as far as you can be from any of the beaches in Florida, but I would love to maybe one day drive over to the beach and get to just hang out for the day with my 2-year-old, getting to run amok on the beach, hopefully get some shade and a fan going for the newborn, but at least enjoy the weather, the ocean. I think that that would be amazing. And then the last thing I want to do is I would like to decorate the outside entryway of my house. Right now there is like nothing welcoming you into our house, and we just moved in several months ago to this new house and I love it so much, but it's been, you know, it's a process getting everything unpacked and getting everything decorated and exactly how you want it. And everything on the inside is like pretty much for the most part wrapped up. But on the outside, it's looking a little bare. It's looking a little sad. There's no sort of like welcome decor or anything going on outside. So I'd love to just make it a warm, inviting space. When I pull up to the house every single day, I would love to just see it, smile. So that is my last kind of bucket list item for July. So I'm going to try to do this each month. Hopefully this was semi-interesting. I have no idea how this is going to be received. You'll have to let me know. It's something super different than what I usually do. I mean, I usually just talk strictly about books, but let me know if you like this kind of content where I'm talking a little bit more about lifestyle stuff as well. And if you're looking for anything else out of these monthly resets, if you like when creators include other things, let me know. I'm always open to feedback and maybe incorporating it into future monthly resets if I continue to do these. So definitely let me know what you think of this video, and hopefully it was entertaining. Oh, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to, and if you want more information about exclusive content from me, like a book club and a Discord channel and reading sprints, you can check out all of the information for my Patreon that is linked down below. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!